Hello, if you are on the replay, welcome. Glad you're here. Joanne just joined the room live. For you folks on the replay, you can always tap hearts. It's just as fun the second time around. I've got this new sign behind me. I'm going to try to position that. Hopefully you can see that. So now we'll have that like annoying reflection right there. And if you are joining from the internet, hop on the app. It pops up on Twitter. I know it's super easy just to click the link and then you can just watch from the internet, but it's so much more fun in the room. Like Joanne is here in the room. Hi Joanne, tapping hearts. Thank you guys, thanks. And then you can put in your comments, you can ask questions. It's much more fun to be right here in the room. So come on and join us, download the app. And today we're talking about that book that you wanted to write in 2015. And now it's November of 2015 and you're like, oh crap, year's almost over, what do I do now? And you're probably you're in one of two positions. Like one half of you probably wants to just like quit, put it on the back burner, holidays are coming up, it's getting busy, I'm done, pick it up again in 2016. But the other part of you might be saying, well, wouldn't it be pretty cool to finish that baby up before the end of the year? So that's what we're here to talk about. Welcome guys. If you are new to this scope, let me know your name so I can say hi. If you're writing a book, let me know what you're writing about. If you write other stuff like blogs or magazine articles or whatever, let me know that too so that I can craft my content around you. But most of my clients are book writers and that's what I love to talk about, but it's all writing, right? It's all good. So if you're new here, type your name in the chat. Let me say hi. Who am I? I am Morgan Gist McDonald. I'm a writing coach, editor, and author, and I work one-on-one with people who want to write a book but don't know where to start, and so I walk them through that process. Hey, Cammie's new. Welcome, Cammie. What do you write? Cammie, dog training. I bet you write something about dog training, although we all have multiple books in us, so we might write about our business first, and then we might write about something we feel personally called to talk about, so you never know. Joanne, that hit Joanne. I see those hearts coming up for you. So I work one-on-one with authors to bring your book from vague idea to first draft to finished manuscript. And if you already have a first draft, I work with a stellar team of editors to bring your book from first draft to publishable book. Cammie, you don't write, but you might have a book in you. So this is the place to be because I help inspire you to start writing. Okay, guys. I bet you do. I bet you want to write a book. And that's always the place where all of us start. I mean, heck, I'm a writing coach and I just wasn't writing a book and wanted to write a book for over a year before I actually started. So we all start in the same place. If you want to catch scope notes and replays and blog information, there's my website, paperravenbooks.com. And if you do /Periscope, that takes you straight to my entire archive of Periscope replays and transcripts. So it's really fun. You can go back and look at all the cool content we've been going through the last couple months. I haven't been keeping tabs of how many Periscopes I've done, but it's been for a while. Thank you. Yes. Oh, right. If you're not already following me, hit Perry Putty down there. Perry Buddy. Perry Putty. Down there, change the plus to a check. It'll let you know when I'm scoping live and you can catch the replays later. And if you know it's Monday. For reals, it's Monday. If you know someone else who's writing and they could use a push toward the end of the year, go ahead and share it out with them. Okay guys, let's jump in. I just did a count. We have 9 weeks left in the year. 9. Okay, so that's not a lot, but it's enough to get a major project done. So if you take out, let's say you're traveling and with family 1 week over Thanksgiving and 1 week over Christmas, that means we have 7 weeks left. 7. Okay, so let's say, and if any of you are in NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, if you're a fiction author, you might be a part of that. In the month of November, fiction authors join this competition and they try to write 50,000 words in 1 month. I know, right? I see those hearts. It's like, wow. I hope the hearts are coming from some of you who are trying to do this too, because that's impressive. That is impressive. So that's averaging out to, I mean, at least approximately 2,000 words a day. So that's intense, guys. That's intense. So if the fiction people can do it, us business people can do it too. You've tried before, Mercy. Yeah, it requires that you kind of put some aspects of life on hold. So I have a friend who's doing NaNoWriMo, and her husband has committed to babysitting the kids for 45 minutes every day so that she can write, which is a huge commitment on his part too. Jean is in the room. Hey, Jean. I have been loving your blabs, by the way. I can't catch all of them live, but guys, Jean, pop some emoticons in. Jean is doing awesome stuff on blabs too, so catch her. She's another writing buddy. Yeah, you're welcome. There she is. Grab her. View profile, follow. Okay, so we've got, if you take off, and I'm a big believer in pushing yourself a little bit farther than you're comfortable doing normally, but not like, let's not go over the edge, right? Like, we don't need to be pushing ourselves into exhaustion. Thank you. Yes, Jean Blabs, 11 a.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Perfect. So tomorrow we'll catch her. I'm going to try to be there live. Okay, so we got to find the balance, right? We got to push ourselves. Oh, thanks, Mercy. Yay. D. Rogers from Boston. I know, Joanne, it's like another thing. Hey, D. Rogers from Boston. Doug, I just stalked you. Hope that's okay. Doug from Boston, welcome. All right, so I'm a big fan of finding this balance, like that there are seasons in our life, and if you've been on the scope, you've heard me refer to this before, that there's a book writing season of your life, right? You should not be in constant 100% writing mode. Like we're not going to be able to maintain that kind of pace, and so we pick a book writing season. And so if you are in the midst of this book writing season and you've started this book and you really want to finish it, then this is the time in your life to go ahead and push yourself just a little bit harder than you normally would, and to know, to remain in assurance that you'll be able to back off later. So thanks for those hearts, guys. I hope this is resonating with you. So for me, the last quarter of the year is often ends up being a season of harder work because I procrastinated on some stuff that I meant to get done, in August, September, October, and it just didn't, right? And that's okay, and I'm learning to work around this. Okay, so for me, I'm in a big push. Yeah, exactly. Erin Smith is on my scope, guys. Erin, I'm so glad that you're here. I love Erin. She does fantastic business stuff, so follow Erin. You're on my scope. I'm so excited. I feel like I know you. Okay. So yes, and Joanne knows Erin also. All right. So playing catch up a little bit, and how do we do this in a way that maintains sanity, especially when we are writing a book? What do you need to give up in order to do what you want to accomplish? Jean, that is a great question to sort of ask ourselves. And personally, what I end up doing is a lot of times in the morning is when I try to work out and do go running and stuff like that. And during this season right now, well, plus it just got cold. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna, instead of doing my full run or whatever in the morning, I'm going to just do a little mini workout, and I'm actually gonna take that time and put it toward, I'm not writing a book currently, I'm writing a course, which feels a lot like writing a book because I'm writing out the full script, and so I'm writing as if I was talking you through how to write a book. So there's more details coming on that later. But so think about a time in your day when you would normally be doing something else that you don't really need to be doing for this short season. Okay, so if you've got kids, exactly, Jean says, adjust your schedule to match your season. If you've got kids and a job/business, because my business basically does become my day job, which is totally cool, I love it. If you've got kids and a business/job, you basically have 4 options. Early in the morning before the kids get up. Lunch break. After the kids go to bed at night instead of watching TV, or on the weekends. Okay, so I have discovered weekends do not work for me. I am a lazy bum on the weekends, and I'm totally cool with that. It's family time, and I don't do weekends. Late night, I can kind of do. It's my backup. Lunchtime, I always work through lunch. I'm terrible. I need to take a lunch break, but I don't write during lunch. Early morning it is. So my primary writing time is early morning. If I don't hit my early morning, I hit my nighttime. Okay, so that's 8 to 8:30 or 8:45. Yeah, I know, Jean. Weekends, the weekends sound so promising. It's 2 full days with no work. Surely I can, do some writing while the kids are, playing with Legos or whatever. It never happens. It never happens. So early morning it is, and I'm good with that. All right, so you pull out your and Aaron says, that's how I am too. In theory, it seems awesome, but it just doesn't work out. And so we kind of have to like give ourselves a little grace and say, it's cool. Like, I don't have to be a weekend writer. I can be a morning writer. I can be an evening writer. And this is only for like 3 months, because you really can write a book, first draft, revise it, finish it up in 3 months. So for me, a book writing season is 3 months. Apparently, I'm also trying to do a course writing season in 3 months. So we're seeing how this is working out. All right, so you got your primary writing time and a backup writing time. It's really important that mentally you have both, so that if you miss the primary, you automatically go to the secondary, right? There's not a decision to be made. If you don't hit your lunchtime writing, you are writing on the weekend, okay? There's no decision here, right? You have a concrete primary and a concrete backup. Good? Okay, and now we're working backwards. So how far are you along in your book? I'm about halfway through my course, which is kind of like a book. So I'm estimating that I need another 30 to 40, well, that doesn't actually quite work the same way. Lots of planning and scheduling in 90-day chunks. Exactly, Jean. You and I are on the same wavelength, huh? I'm estimating that I need about 30 to 40 hours of work. If you're writing a book, if you write for 30 to 40 hours, you are probably going to be able to write between 30 and 50,000 words. Yeah, seriously. If you can set aside in the next 7 weeks, because we took a week off for Thanksgiving, we're taking a week off for Christmas. That's just part of a sanity buffer to remain sane. Hello from Kayseri. Cool. Ezra, welcome, welcome. 7 weeks. If you can devote 30 to 40 hours, you can write 30,000 to 50,000 words, which is a perfect business building, platform building book length, all right? So let's back up. So 7 weeks, 30 to 40 hours, find that time in your schedule. I'm not super at math, but I think that's somewhere like 4 or 5 hours a week. 6 hours a week, 5 to 6 hours a week. Hey Tom, welcome, welcome. So work backwards, 6 to 7 hours per week for the rest of the year. Tom from Calgary, awesome. What are you writing, Tom? You writing a book? Realistic time frame always takes longer than anticipated. Yeah, and that's what I've discovered, not only with my own writing, but with working with coaching clients, is that we have to schedule in a little bit extra time. So even though in my mind, I'm like, you can actually write it faster than that, it's safer to add a little bit of buffer. So that's the numbers I'm giving you now are buffered numbers already. Because I'm a coach and I'm coaching you through this, and we buffer in order to maintain sanity. Like, that is like my new thing, is like sanity requires buffers. And so I'm building in the buffers for you. If you can work over the next 7 weeks, not working Thanksgiving, not working Christmas, 30 to 40 hours, you can finish your book. I know, we always think we can get it done quicker. Tom, blogging and creating business content and products. Perfect! You should also write a book at some point, because they all dovetail perfectly. Like the blogging and the book and the courses, like all of this content just like builds upon each other. And it's so, it's like everything stacks up. It's beautiful. Okay guys, do you feel like this is doable? Do you feel like you could finish your project before the end of the year? Because it does take some commitment. Yes! Aaron says yes. Aaron, you work like a crazy person. I mean, when you narrow down into a certain project, I'm sure you finish that sucker. Yeah, Jean. Exactly, we all need to get to work. So you're either the type of person who, when the end of the year is coming around, you're like, I don't really feel like it, I'm gonna push it off till the next year, or you're the type of person who's like, I need to get this thing done since I focused back on my course. Oh, Joanne, I like that. Okay, and so here's a book starting January. Okay, Joanne, I do want to challenge you really quickly before we wrap up here. Okay, I love the word dovetailing, it's perfect. Okay, so this is classic, I'm not gonna say procrastination, because I know some of your life story, but I don't know all of it, and so I don't know what's going on in your life right now. But I want you to like ask yourself this question, okay? Do I want to put it off till January because I'm honestly, truly too busy to even start right now? Or could I at least get some progress done so that when January comes around, I have momentum built up? Because here's the thing about goal setting and the end of the year in January. If you wait until January to start all of the stuff that you want to start, it's going to be super overwhelming. Yeah, exactly, Tom. Schedule, get her done. I'm from Texas. We talk like that. It's all cool. It's good. Okay, so if you're the type of person who, and I don't want to say type of person because I don't want to like box you in and make you all pigeonholed, but if you have fallen into the trap of thinking that I'm going to do everything that I need in my life starting in January, I'm going to like lose weight, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to, you know, write my book, I'm going to start my course, I'm going to this, that, whatever. Oh yeah, husband's company man. That's true. So putting everything into business, that totally makes sense. But here's just a reflection point for other stuff. Like, if we put off all of those things that we really want to do until January, it's really overwhelming and it's hard to get traction. And so what we have found is that people who tend to set goals, tend to set schedules, and tend to start those goals in November and December have more traction come January and tend to be people who accomplish more during that year. Yes, and so, like, I'm not saying that you absolutely have to start November, December, but just, like, be real and check in with yourself and say, am I putting this off for real good reasons, or am I putting this off because I just don't feel like doing it now and I think that January is going to somehow be better? Honestly, January is going to be just as freaking busy as November, so it's not, for most of us, tee up next year now. Perfect, Tom. I love that. I love that. I think you and I are on the same wavelength, too. So that's the inspiration I want to leave you with, guys. Feel free to check out replays and previous scopes and transcripts, paperravenbooks.com/periscope, and go look at your schedule. Pull out those 30 to 40 hours for the next 7 weeks, taking those breaks for holidays, and get her done, right? Thank you guys for joining. For those of you who are just popping in, we're wrapping up, so catch the replay. But it's great to have you guys. Thanks for all those hearts, all the comments. Y'all are fantastic. I love this Periscope community. So y'all have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later. Bye.